Jaya
So,
Srila Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. All right. So, dear devotees, super to be with you. Already seeing your names and seeing only some of your videos. But I'm sure we'll have more names and more videos shortly. And in the meantime, awesome hearts already from Rupa Nuga Prabhu, somewhere on planet Earth. Anyway, wonderful Rupa Nuga Prabhu that you've come to Brazil today. And I wonder if you've ever been to Brazil in person. Really an amazing country with amazing, lively, alive people. Not lazy people, but alive people. So Rupanuga Prabhu also not lazy. He's alive. And he's seen the world and he's taken up Krishna consciousness. This is a very good quality. All right. So dear devotees, do choose your language, English or Portuguese. And let us begin with Vandanam and then continue our afternoon, your morning program. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuttapada Kamalang Sri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatan Vitang Tang Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitan Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakan Vitangscha Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakaupa Turubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gorat Vijay Namaha. So yes, the Brazilians are energetic and intelligent. That's the kind of devotees that Guru Maharaj liked. 4 categories of devotees, 4 categories of people, but 4 categories of people rather than devotees. But Srila Guru Maharaj did apply this to devotees also. That is the lazy and foolish. And Guru said, somehow the lazy and foolish, they can be engaged somehow. You have to do something to have your food and to have some shelter. So you must do this. Oh, okay, I better do it. Otherwise, I won't get any food. So the lazy, they can be somehow motivated, but they're foolish. So they're lazy and need some guidance. And the lazy and intelligent, then you put into administrative posts. And actually, oh, okay, just the wind blew over my internet. Okay, so lazy and intelligent. Yes, Srila Guru Maharaj was quoting, in fact, Hitler. That Hitler, in arranging the army, said the lazy but intelligent, they can be in the like the generals who will use their brain to see the strategy, but they like to sit in a big chair and smoke a cigar and be a little lazy. So the lazy and intelligent, they can be put to work, sitting in a nice big chair, getting big meals, but using their brain for strategy. Then the energetic but foolish. No. The energetic and intelligent, then you put as the commanders on the battlefield. They are energetic, they're leading by example, they're doing everything. And they're also intelligent. They can understand when some strategy needs to be changed, where to put the troops, like this. So they have the general outline from the head office, but they're the ones on the ground who have to make the decisions. And they're also active. They lead the troops, lead the men. But the 4th department, which is the active, but foolish. Then the directive was, keep them far away, put them far away. If they're active and they're foolish, then they must do something, but they must do something wrong, which will make a big mess of everything. So Guru Maharaj used this in some example about utilizing everyone's energy. And if we are active but foolish, the best thing is to become active and intelligent by listening to the intelligent soul. So we have active devotees, and we need to be intelligent with our activity by giving our intelligence the proper nourishment. And you all know from whom? From Srila Gurudev, from Srila Guru Maharaj, from Srila Prabhupada. There we will get our good nourishment for our intelligence, and then the active and intelligent are the best on the team. So this way, the whole of Brazil, with active and intelligent devotees, can be magnetized into Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna. Yesterday we were here. Well, I'm still in Riga. We're still in the retreat, and they're doing a whole program right now. And by the way, we've got groups of devotees. There are different things happening at the same time. And I just got kicked out, not actually kicked out, but they're doing with some sound therapy, some actually nice, gentle things with Krishna consciousness. They say, we need silence, you can't speak. Okay, so I'm outside a wooden bhajan kutir made of tree trunks. And so I'm outside, but there are different groups. And yesterday we had, where according to the interest, then devotees are in different places, and very sweetly, very good program running here. And actually I've come to you, and now I'm feeling I'm in a group with you, and you're here in the retreat in Latvia. I'm feeling, okay, I'm seeing, and I'm so happy many of you have turned on your cameras now. And then we can feel that you are, like we're all together, seated together in our own group by a pond outside this wooden house. If I turn everything around, the wooden house, little house, and I don't know if you can see the pond and the things. So anyway, this is where I am just now, and with you. And yesterday we did an evening program where we had absolutely new people who had no idea what they were coming to. And one of them, I thought, left, like got up after a few minutes and left. And okay. Unfortunately, we couldn't keep their attention long enough to hear something that we want to say. But then she came back in after a few minutes with her friend. And these were later middle-aged ladies. and they had no idea what they'd come into. And these two ladies, others were there. We had a full, I think they call it the Studio of Joy, something like this. A studio that they rent permanently in the town of Resegne, which is nearby here. But we explained to these people, including those two ladies, like what is the Maha Mantra and why we are chanting it. And we chanted the Maha Mantra, for some time. And when they left, they were actually like converted, if you like, at least for the time being. And we thought, yes, we just tell the truth. Tell what we need to do to make our life perfect, and what is the destination, and why not to be attracted, at least be inquisitive, to think just what is there that these people are on about. And so anyway, they maybe are coming here now, because there's going to be a Maha Mantra workshop in, 45 minutes time. There's going to be a Maha Mantra workshop. And they left so happy. They came very puzzled, but they left so happy. And we just thought, yes, surely if anyone would just hear something, logical, if you like, logical and true about Mahaprabhu, his gift of the Maha Mantra, and what the chanting of this Maha Mantra will do, then surely they would want to at least try. Let's try to chant this Maha Mantra. So anyway, we get sometimes encouragement, and in particular those two, I was going to say older ladies, but they were older. Those two older ladies, this time in their life, and no doubt, their children are grown up, and everyone's life has some chapters to it. And surely at some point, you kind of realize, well, these chapters have passed by, and which chapters are left? Disease and death, or old age, disease and death. I mean, they're just there. You can't avoid it. But we didn't stress that part. We stressed the beauty part of, where we are to go, what we should do with our life. And it's so simple. We just chant the Maha Mantra. And maybe 8 or 10 times yesterday, then stress the point of minimum 25 hours a day. So, when they hear something ridiculous like that, at least they can remember something. Oh, that crazy man, he said, we should chant him minimum 25 hours a day. But something we hope will stay, with these people. And they may come to the program in half an hour or so here. And different devotees are leading each of these different groups. And the Maha Mantra group, it is being led by Rasamoy Pandita from London. And so very capable person to win the hearts of the people coming, the public who are here. And of course, the devotees who are already devotees. We always need reminders of what we're doing, the glories of the Maha Mantra, etc. Hare Krishna. Anyway, my little group with you all, led by Sri Hari Prabhu, not by me, then we've come together in Uberlandia, Sao Paulo, and the various places, Recife. We've come together in various places. So let me hear a little bit from Brazil first. And this week I have remembered about golden reflections and the reading of the book. But first of all, we just come together, and I've shared a little bit from here and from Brazil, some news from you all. Kindly.
Dandavat Pranams, Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams, all devotees from around the globe. We have such a wonderful gathering today. I can see very, very important faces here. I see Shantimoi Didi from Vila Govinda. I see Sachi Devi Didi, Dandavat Pranams. Wonderful to have you here with us. Of course, Rupa Nuga Prabhu. And Maharaj was telling earlier that he doesn't know if you've been personally to Brazil or not, but I hope if you didn't, you can come. And if you did, you can come again, because we are starting the planning for something very special next year. I hope things go smoothly. And maybe we can have Srila Madhusudan Maharaj in Brazil again next year. And of course, you all are invited. And it would be an honor and a privilege to have you here with us. And of course, I see the name, Paramananda Prabhu is here too.
Jai.
Indubala Didi is here too. She's Brazilian Italian already. Mukunda Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. Wonderful to have you here with us. Lila Moy Prabhu, the international man. And of course, my dear friends from Brazil. Who else? Well, if I miss
Nama Priya Devirasi.
Namapriya, yeah, Namapriya is here too. Wonderful.
That's the international section, but look at
Yes.
all the special devotees of the national, the Brazilian section.
Anutama Didi from Ukraine, Sadly
Yes.
Didi to Sevarupa Didi, the Brazilian South African devotee. So it's wonderful, Maharaj, to see so many people gathering together from all around the world. It's a privilege to get to know all this large family of wonderful devotees. And of course, I know we all owe it to Srila Gurudev and Srila Guru Maharaj, and of course, Swami Maharaj as well. And now we all owe it to you because you are the one that are gathering everyone together. So it's wonderful to be here. I don't have any special news today. Only I'm going to say now in Portuguese that I'll ask the devotees for their news because maybe some of them have something to share. So let's see what we got here. Bom, pessoal, eu dei as boas-vindas para a comunidade internacional, né? Tem uma galera muito boa aqui hoje, responsa total. E eu quero saber, o Maharaj, na verdade, quer saber, né? Se alguém quer falar alguma coisa, se alguém tem algo para compartilhar, tem alguma coisa para perguntar. Como esse é o Zoom do Brasil, e o Maharaj sempre gosta de enfatizar essa ideia de que ele está aqui para servir e para ajudar a gente. Então, se alguém quiser falar alguma coisa, agora é uma boa hora. Alguém?
And Mukunda Vilas Prabhu from South Africa has put, my pranam dandavats to all the beautiful Brazil devotees and worldwide. And all the Brazil devotees are beautiful. That's not only dandavat to some of you.
Wow, there are 2 hands, Maharaj. 4 hands, actually, if we count all the people engaged in these videos we are seeing. So we got
Mitravinda is one, and
Radharaman and Achyuta Priya are the other.
Oh yes, Jain. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8 hands. Mitravinda's little child. Just see.
All right.
So I saw Mitravinda's hand first. So can we come to you if you have a question or something to share? I think was first, perhaps.
Dandavats, everyone. Must I speak in English or Portuguese?
As you wish. We have our capable translator. If he knows how to translate from, I mean, the other way around, he's doing English to Portuguese. So let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dandavats, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I apologize for the noise. I'm in a noisy place. I'm sorry. Hope you can hear me. Okay,
yes, we can't hear the noise, only you.
Ah,
yes.
Good. I have something to share. Our books arrived from London this week. At least the Uberlândia part. Is it? We've got it in hands, and it's great news because it was a happy occasion that we could arrange for the books to travel so far from London to Brazil, to Uberlândia, and we're going to start sharing and delivering to the owners now, and having this here in Uberlândia is so rich. I feel so lucky to participate in this, and because it's beautiful, and it's knowledge, and it's faith and service as well. And that's it. That's the news I have. Anukrishna is not here. She got the box and handed it to me to pass over, and that's it. We're just happy that it got to Uberlândia.
Jai, we share your happiness, and we know what wonderful treasures and inspiration are there. So serve the books nicely and read them for the pleasure of the Lord, of Guru and Gauranga, the Lord. When we read, who are we reading for? Guru Maharaj says. We're reading to actually please Guru and Gauranga. We're doing for them and not for ourselves. So very beautiful. And I could even, if I was to re-listen to what I was listening to within the last couple of days, I could find you, Guru Maharaj, saying something more or less that. But I didn't bookmark it, but very happily hearing Guru Maharaj on a recording. Jai. Radha Raman Prabhu. Govinda, Govinda.
Jai Gurudev. Dandavats, all devotees. I have one question, Gurudev, a simple question. Yesterday I was watching the recording of the Monday meeting of Sangha London about actual service. And I would like to ask, how can we as grihastas in common life, in ordinary life, when we are with people that are non-devotees and we are among people in this common life with outside the temples and the ashram, how can we best serve in this reality?
So this system really is that the householders are assisting the temples, the ashrams, and the ashrams and the temples, their main duty is to distribute the message of Mahaprabhu as coming down through Guru Maharaj, through Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev. So the ashrams are engaged in this in a full-time way, and as much as possible then with some steady connection, then the householders can be engaged in this way to support the temples and ashrams. And this is a savor, and we know it is valuable. We know this firsthand from Guru Maharaj, from Gurudev. We've been the ones in some stage of our life who was giving every month to the temple, and for some stage in our life we're the ones who are replying from Guru Maharaj, replying from Gurudev in their appreciation for this kind of, you can say, tangible service in that way. And by the way, maybe it's a secret, but my appreciation to you both, and to the other devotees here who are doing just that with contributions, and the contributions that arrive to Vila Govinda Ashram, they're all used carefully, cent by cent, or real by real, as it were. And this was the nature of Guru Maharaj, this was the nature of Gurudev, to be very careful. And in fact, he would call some of the donations that came from people who were actually quite poor, but who would give, he would say, this is very heavy energy, that we must, great responsibility comes to us to use this properly. And that throughout every day of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev's life was their theme. They were very careful with energy, with money, etc. So anyway, this is one tangible way of keeping some savor connection where our heart feels, yes, we've got some connection where we want to serve the deity, serve the devotee, serve the ashram like that. But that means that in our job, naturally we need to look after, as the first priority, our family. So we've got a roof over the head, we've got food, etc. But we will do that remembering that Krishna is giving every opportunity. And when you first graduate or you first come into the working world, sometimes you go to one interview, another interview, and it's up to the Lord. Are we actually going to get any decent employment, even if we've, gone through university? And I think all the students, they got some prayer, first of all, to pass the exams to get into university, to get accepted. And then when they get out of university, they're basically jobless and they're trying to get a job. So even us being able to have a job, even us being able to do successful business, or maybe not even very successful, but some kind of business which keeps our head above water, some food to the family. We must appreciate this is coming by the grace of Krishna, and not to take for granted. And I mean, we know devotees, and you know devotees and people too, who have been like in a very difficult position, had a very badly paying job, which they didn't like, tough, difficult bosses and things like this, and very much struggling. And then step by step, they got an opportunity for some better job, and then they start to get a little comfortable. But we must remember that opportunity, each opportunity has come from Krishna, and Krishna seeing our appreciation and seeing how we are using all of these opportunities. So we need to, as Mohanananda Prabhu would always say, be grateful, right? Grateful, he would always say. What were the 3 letters? What did Mohan always say? Gratitude. Sorry, Mohan. I hope you're not listening in here. I've forgotten your magic formula. What is it, Sri Hariprabhu? Gratitude?
I don't remember, Maharaj, really. I just remember gratitude.
Yeah.
He was very emphatic on this one.
And he's the one, by the way, who came up with the hot name, the very first world tour of Govinda Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj. When they came back, he's saying, this was the hot tour. And I didn't know what he was talking about. And then he explained that when rock and roll bands and things go around the world, they give the tour a name. And so he said, so this tour of Govinda Maharaj, it was the hot tour. Humility, honor, and tolerance. Go and work it out for those who know English. Honor begins with an H, but not for Mohan. Break the rules, just call it honor with an O. Anyway, hot, humility, honor, and tolerance. But he had another expression about gratitude, something and something. Anyhow, whatever we've got in this world, we must have that gratitude to Krishna for the opportunity. And then always keep that remembrance of the Lord with everything that we do. And then other tangible savor is don't be a vegetarian. Be a prasadamtarian. Offer all of your food, however simply, wherever you are, before you consume something for the Lord, some recognition, some prayer. This is a very tangible service. It's told by Krishna himself that anyone who eats without first offering back to the Lord, then we are taking only sin. And we want to avoid sin. It's a good idea to avoid sin. And not only that we are avoiding sin, but we're actually remembering the Lord with our most basic animal need. I mean, animal need for our animal body that we have. We've got animal body. And so that is eating. And then see how to share Krishna consciousness. Put your heads together with other devotees. See what can be done. And don't be shy to think about projects that you could do, like making an honest poster and putting it in our day. You put in the public library, you'd have some places where you'd have a public notice board, and make something available for people as a introduction to, there is an answer. Om means a big yes. What your inner heart is searching for does exist. Joy, fulfillment, eternity. Enter this door and find out mean, this way, the general call is for everyone to share Mahaprabhu's message. And how it's done, that you need to think an appropriate way for your time, place, and circumstance. In Vila Govinda, then Vila Govinda Ashram, then Madhurananda Prabhu is a great fan of stickers. And I've only really seen this in Italy, where you have a sticker, and then you have a QR code of the ashram address, and you've got something to try to catch people's attention. And wherever he goes, he puts these stickers on signboards and different places, the tops of mountains, and the trekkers signboard, north, south, east, west, and then they put on the pillar that's got the sign on the top. So, there are lots of different ways, depending on your country and what's kind of acceptable. And I really do single Italy out a little bit for that, because we've been to many airports around the world over the years. It's the only place I've been where you get out of the plane and then you take the bus, which takes you from the aeroplane to the terminal. And then the inside of the bus is plastered with all these stickers of different, crazy things, and good things, bad things, and Vila Govinda Ashram. So, who reads these things? But it is something where, if Krishna wants, oh, look at this. Oh, Nadia Sundari, she's showing them. Hike the Kali Yuga. And it's got at the bottom. Oh, and the QR code, it's a bit small, but there is a QR code there. But we may not all think that that's going to be attractive, but we have very sensible devotees who say, yes, this is the very thing we need in this age. This style. Don't we, Anutama Devi Rasi? I saw her here a little earlier. Yes, because she's exactly one of those sensible devotees who saw those, and then she said, yes, these are very good. Anyway, Radha Raman Prabhu, some indication of how we can all do something to spread Mahaprabhu's message, that is service. And some connection, where we've got faith, where we've got some heart that will support the ashram, the devotees, the deities. Gopinath always says, my appreciation. Mahaprabhu always says, my appreciation. Giriraj, Radharani, I mean, they are seeing everything, and what to speak of the devotees. So, everything super appreciated, and by the devotees, but by the Lord also.
Maharaj, there are some comments in the chat box.
Oh, yes? Click, sorry, clicking and clicking. Mukunda is the foundation of happiness. Is the foundation for happiness.
Talking about gratitude.
Ah, okay. And Priya Sundari Devi Rasi, I remember Mohananda always says, do good and don't get caught. Yeah, that's another one. But in this, something, he's got another one for this. Oh, FGS, forgiveness, gratitude, and savor. Okay, savor Rupa Devi Rasi. Next time you're at the temple, I hope that maybe Mukunda Vilas Prabhu or one of the good devotees there will give you an extra spoonful of something good. Yeah, FGS, forgiveness, gratitude, and savor. There's a good formula. And Mitravinda Devi Rasi, and that's from Mohan, by the way, Mohanananda, his is it called shortening?
Hence the purple hearts, Maharaj.
And the purple hearts. From Priya Sundari and Mukunda Vilas, they gave purple ones. And Nazar and Priya Sundari, to that comment, gave regular hearty hearts. Wonderful. And Mitravinda Devirasi, and many years ago, maybe 12, I got a pamphlet from a devotee in Curitiba, or Curitiba. He was preaching, addressing people on the streets. I never forgot. It was the first time the Lord reached out to me. Yes. And we don't know, as we said, we don't know what good we do and how, in the future, who will remember something and at the right time. There's a time for everyone. And just now, the last 3 days ago or 5 days ago or something, then Shyama Priya Devidasi and her better half, or maybe she's his better half, and I think Zakka, maybe his name. Yes, Zakka. He's like a young man, and he was conscripted for the army in Ukraine, like forcefully taken and subscripted. But there is some technicality, or somehow he got legally papers to not be in the army. And I don't know the whole story. But so he was released from that conscription. But then the great desire was to come out from Ukraine. And well, I think all of you know, war is going on. And so they came together to the border. Ladies can leave, but men of military age, they cannot leave unless they got some special papers. And anyhow, they were at the border, and it takes so long to cross the border. It's not straightforward when you're coming from Ukraine into Europe. And they were seeing so much heavy interviewing people, the men, and not all were getting through, not even being taken off. Men who were trying to leave, which presumably they had papers too, otherwise they wouldn't be trying to leave the country at the border post. And Shyama Priya said that they were there, and all it can do is take shelter of the holy name, and what will be when it's our turn at the border. And anyway, she said that they came through smoothly with minimum of question to him, and they came through smoothly. And I just thought, I haven't yet met Zakka, but I thought maybe this is Shyama Priya. She's been telling him, you've got to take shelter of this Krishna Nam, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Just take shelter there and don't worry. And then, no doubt, and she said they were both very worried, really, but she's telling him, take shelter of the name. Then I'm sure he must have been chanting. And then they come through the border easily. Then I think Shyama Priya is going to say, you see, there is Krishna. You have to take shelter of his name. Krishna's got a different plan for everyone, but there we are. Some things which look unfavorable, they can be a push for us. And Krishna knows what each of us needs. But somehow to get an introduction to chant the Maha Mantra, basically Mahaprabhu went everywhere and distributed Krishna Nam. He wasn't always sitting there having philosophical debates and saying why you should chant. He just told, here is the holy name. You should chant this, and then tell others to chant. And this way, he spread the holy name around, and people just believed, yes, chant. And you see, if somebody will tell you something and you have respect for them, and they tell you, this is very good for you, then naturally you'll think, oh, it's very good, I should do it. So when such a truthful person as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, who is, by the way, the absolute truth, tells something, then people think, yes, I must chant, and they chant and continue. And it's very fortunate, like with the lady here, Lavanyamoy, she said 4 years ago, then she came and to the devotees, and she came across the devotees, and they seemed like sensible people, she said. And they told, you just chant this Maha Mantra and everything wonderful will happen. And she said, I don't know why I believed them, but I just started chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And she said, and actually something wonderful did happen. Now for 4 years on, she's here. And she's the head of the kitchen. She's the chief chef for our retreat here. And, a devotee. So somehow, to be honest and let people know, chant Hare Krishna and be happy, as Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada would apparently say quite a lot. He liked that expression. He had that on the top of his Back to Godhead monthly magazine. Or monthly, yes, or quarterly, I'm not sure. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So everyone, old, young, family life, or with a house, without a house, everyone can give that good advice to others. And the good advice to ourselves to also chant Hare Krishna. We need to chant Hare Krishna, not only tell others or ask others to chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Govinda, Govinda, and Govinda, Govinda. Just wanted to... Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. Sorry, I was looking in the wrong place, but I got the right place as well. And that is Golden Reflections. Are we going to read from Golden Reflections this week?
As you wish, Maharaj.
Or are we going to hear more from Brazil or the life of the devotees?
Let me ask that in Portuguese. Pessoal, alguém quer falar mais alguma coisa, perguntar mais alguma coisa? And of course, the English speaking session as well, if you want to contribute, be always wonderful to hear from you.
I don't see any hands or hear any voices. Then let's read a few words, because even a short reading from Gurudev or Guru Maharaj, Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, even a short reading is very, very valuable for us. And after all, we come together really to focus. Our great wealth is Gurudev and Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. They have given us the very life of life, the life of all life that's not been given before. And this is an incredibly super time to be alive. Hare Krishna. Govinda, Govinda.
Pessoal, a Priya Sundari acabou de colocar ali no chat box a versão em português do Reflexões Douradas, então quem não tiver pode baixar dali. Valeu, Priya Sundari.
All right. So reading actually chapter number 1. Chapter number 1. So after the introduction, the foreword, then earlier days, correct?
Yes, Maharaj, this question and answer here. Yeah.
All right. So the book, Golden Reflections, you have this in Portuguese there. So we're going to continue and we're just going to read, let's see a little bit anyway, from chapter number 1, earlier days. And this is Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, reflecting on the early days of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. So this is first part of an interview with Srila Gurudev, the Sevite President Acharya of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. So question from a devotee. Now is the Golden Jubilee, the 50th anniversary of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, Navadip. Please explain something of the early days here at the Math, and in particular, why Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math is considered to be such a special place. Okay, good question for the year, the 50th anniversary year. Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj replying, after the disappearance of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, the mission begun by him, the Gaudiya Math, started to go in an unexpected way. Therefore, many of the prominent personalities left. When Srila Guru Maharaj came out from the Gaudiya Math, about 50% of the senior devotees also left. Everyone in the mission had much respect for Srila Guru Maharaj. Therefore, when he left, they also left. Some of the devotees who withdrew from the Gaudiya Math at that time were, and now there's a list of some of the exalted godbrothers of Guru Maharaj who came out from the Math. Now, this may seem like a dramatic way to start the book, or for Srila Gurudev to start answering the interview about the Math, but it's Srila Gurudev is straight away giving us the background that there was, you can say, a spiritual disaster in the mission that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur established. And there was infighting for the post of the guru, the property, the money, the men. All of these things started taking place, which absolutely went against the teaching and the whole ethos, the whole life and soul of what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was giving. And we all know that we're coming for spiritual life, not coming for name, fame, money, manpower, all these things. So when Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur disappeared, Srila Gurudev is saying, everything went in an unexpected way with all of this quarreling among the leaders. And actually Guru Maharaj said, then he said, first of all, that he stayed for some time in order to try to help those who were in much difficulty there. But within 4 years, Guru Maharaj then came away and he said, I could not stay in the company of these quarreling gentlemen. So he gave them some honor, gentlemen, but they're quarreling gentlemen. But 4 years, Guru Maharaj didn't kind of try to, didn't dilute anything. He had the standard. He knew the standard, and everyone knows he was the bearer of the standard of Srila Saraswati Thakur. So the breakup of Srila Saraswati Thakur's mission is very relevant because this is a repeated scenario where a great guru passes away. It's very difficult to keep the purity of the message of the master intact. Other things come to the surface to try to disturb. After all, it's Kali Yuga. And wherever there is something which is going smoothly, then in Kali Yuga, some influence will try to come in to disturb that. So we must always be very conscious to keep on the straight and narrow. And that means ourselves, individually, keep ourselves Why have we come? What have we come for? And come forward in a clean way. And that's exactly what Srila Guru Maharaj did. And the clean way was to withdraw from that society of quarreling gentlemen who were quarreling over mundane things, the material, apparently like material things, like the buildings and the chair and etc., etc. So when Guru Maharaj left, then about 50% withdrew, and then Srila Gurudev says some of the devotees, the names of some of those. Some of the devotees, so back to the text, some of the devotees who withdrew from the Gaudiya Math at that time were Hayagriva Brahmachari, which is Madhava Maharaj's former name. Very like senior. Anyway, these are all senior souls in Srila Saraswati Thakur's mission. And Goswami Maharaj. This is Bhakti Saranga Goswami Maharaj. These are all Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disciples. So Goswami Maharaj, who was in charge of preaching in the West, he came to London. Keshav Maharaj, who then was Vinod Bihari Brahmachari, the estate manager in charge of commanding Srila Prabhupada's central mat, the Chaitanya Mat in Mayapur. Narahari Prabhu, the advisory manager of Chaitanya Mat. Narasingha Maharaj, Jajava Maharaj, Vaikanas Maharaj, as well as many others. So Gurudev is like pointing out many who withdrew from that environment. Most of the stalwarts left the mission. The mission with a capital M means the Chaitanya Mat, the name of the mission of Srila Saraswati Thakur. And Gurudev says only 3 stayed. Nishikanta Sanyal, Bhakti Sudhakar Prabhu, he was a man of great personality, and Sundarananda Vidya Vinod, the editor and publisher of the Gaudiya magazine, as well as of many of the books of the Gaudiya Math. And by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, he did much seva at that time. Okay, we better go on to happier things. So
Maharaj, excuse me, Maharaj, just for a little reminder for the newcomers, it's very important to remember that whenever Srila Gurudev is referring to Srila Prabhupada here, he's talking about Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Because once people hear this title, Prabhupada, they tend to think about Swami Maharaj.
Yes, so a very good reminder. You've given this reminder. And yes, and by the way, whenever we hear or if we hear Srila Govinda Maharaj or Srila Guru Maharaj saying Swami Maharaj or Srila Swami Maharaj, they're not being disrespectful. That was his name. That's Srila Prabhupada, who we generally refer to as Srila Prabhupada's name, who was Swami Maharaj, like Govinda Maharaj, Sridhar Maharaj. His name is Swami Maharaj, and his title is Bhakti Vedanta. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj. And that title was given by Guru Maharaj also. So anyhow, yes, and so just like Guru, we can say, oh, Gurudev. But in generation by generation, that Gurudev, yes, Guru, but will be referring to a different personality that we know. So Srila Prabhupada is here, Srila Govinda Maharaj referring to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. He was known as Srila Prabhupada to Guru Maharaj and to Gurudev, etc. Yes. So on to happier things. After the breakup of the Gaudiya Math, Srila Guru Maharaj was not very enthusiastic to preach. Remember, he had already preached very much. Plus, he did not want to make another mission, and therefore he went alone to Vrindavan. The devotees then lost track of him, But all Srila Guru Maharaj's godbrothers were very enthusiastic to take him preaching. They repeatedly searched in many places to try to locate him. Finally, some godbrothers discovered Srila Guru Maharaj in Navadip. I have seen the place in which he stayed at that time. It was a single room opposite the Ganges. It has since been altered, but not demolished. And Gurudev showed me that room one day, pointed it out, showed me what's now a house. That day he pointed it out one time when we were driving very slowly in the back streets of Navadip. Then word soon reached the other godbrothers, and they came to take Srila Guru Maharaj to preach. Again, they tried to make another mission with the association of Srila Guru Maharaj. Then Keshava Maharaj, Goswami Maharaj, and Nrsimha Maharaj all took sannyas from Guru Maharaj. They were the first 3 sannyas disciples of Srila Guru Maharaj, and with them the Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti was started at the Devananda Gaudiya Math, which was founded by Keshava Maharaj. But again, some differences came between the devotees. And Guru Maharaj himself explained the difference, that they were making a samiti, a society, which would run by vote. That everyone, they'll make some suggestion or do something, and it will run by vote. But Guru Maharaj made the point that it should run by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur standard. And not that if there are 7 on the committee and they all decide something different, then what would be Srila Saraswati Thakur's wish? Then if 6 all vote, it should go this other way, and Guru Maharaj alone will stand and say, no, that's not Saraswati Thakur's standard. It should not go that way. Then Guru Maharaj would be outvoted, and then they would have to go by that voting system. Guru Maharaj disagreed. He said, no, it's Srila Saraswati Thakur's standard, or you go on by yourselves. And then Guru Maharaj withdrew from that society. And this comes now, you'll see, to the birth, as it were, of Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, which will be not run by committee, not run by vote, but will be run by the standard of Srila Saraswati Thakur, which Srila Guru Maharaj was all universally accepted, holding that standard. He knows Srila Saraswati Thakur's wish. That way, Chaitanya Saraswat Math will run. So anyway, half a minute to go. It was Srila Guru Maharaj's nature to stay alone. So I'm reading again. It was Srila Guru Maharaj's nature to stay alone. So when again some differences came, he gave everything to Keshava Maharaj. Keshava Maharaj was a great disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He took sannyas from Srila Guru Maharaj and wanted to preach and be a guru. Srila Guru Maharaj established him as the head of the Devananda Gaudiya Math, and under him the preaching program continued. Then Srila Guru Maharaj stayed alone and did not go out even to beg. Mani Babu, his next younger brother, was a divisional superintendent in the Eastern Railway. And the railway in India is, to get a job in the railway in an administrative post, you have to be well educated, and it's a very responsible job. So he was in a good position in the Eastern Railway, his younger brother, Mani Babu, who we met many times in the company of Gurudev. Every month he gave 10 rupees to Srila Guru Maharaj with which Guru Maharaj maintained himself, and thus he did not go out to beg. He lived in a house named Mager Bari, near to what is now Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math, and he paid 2 rupees per month for rent. That house has since been demolished. Anyway, we'll just start this next part, because while staying at Mager Bari, 2 brothers, godbrothers of Srila Guru Maharaj, were enthusiastic to stay with him. Anyhow, from this point, this is where Srila Guru Maharaj is going to start to establish the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math in that line of only in that line of Srila Saraswati Thakur. So we start here, because if we continue to read, then we're going to have to do some explaining, and this will hold on for next time. But it is relevant also, we read this now, because yes, 3 days ago, was Srila Guru Maharaj's disappearance day. And so we've, if you like, gone through Srila Guru Maharaj's disappearance day and the many difficulties that came after Guru Maharaj passed away, disappeared. And we've gone through Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj's disappearance day, and the many disturbances that have come after Srila Gurudev disappeared. We've also gone through, myself, just after Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada's disappearance day, and the many disturbances that came then. But we are always to go on, and to go on faithfully in the spiritual current of what is coming from Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami, and not be sidetracked to anything else. And so all of these tests, all of these things, all of these that have been shown in the past by Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, and in this current, we shall try to learn from that, put into practice, and keep up our spiritual strength, knowing we're doing the right thing to stay firmly in that current that Guru Maharaj and Gurudev have given and shown us how to handle the disappearance, how to continue after the disappearance of the spiritual master. So 3 days ago was Srila Guru Maharaj's disappearance day, and the whole world of devotees surely have been considering so much about what Guru Maharaj gave and his disappearance and the continuation. And the continuation is following the teachings of the great masters. So we're following the teachings of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. We're following the teachings of Guru Maharaj, of Gurudev, and continuing in devotional life, and sharing with others and inviting others to join. So we are happy to be with you, happy to have your good association.
Thank you very much, Maharaj, for being with us and sharing so much. It's always wonderful for everyone to be here and hear about that. And so we say, Jaya Srila Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki.
Hare Krishna. And please excuse me for going a little over time, but we needed to stop somewhere where Srila Gurudev is going to give us the bright things that came out from a difficult time. If there weren't those difficulties, maybe we wouldn't have Chaitanya Saraswat Math and such clarity of Guru Maharaj, etc. So anyhow, to be continued. So we'll meet you all next week, but use every minute, as we said, a minimum of 25 hours a day, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna consciousness. Do our best, do your best, help each other, and may the Lord look after us in the way that he wishes to. But we'll do our part and try to be good students of perfect masters. Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai, Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. You know who we mean by these names. and drive all the assembled devotees. Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari. Bancha Kalpatarubhyascha. Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha. Patitanam Pavanebhyo. Vaishnavebhyo. Namo Namaha. Okay, all you wonderful, beautiful devotees, continue happily. I'm going to rejoin the program, Maha Mantra Workshop. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. But you stay together. Speak Hari Katar in Portuguese for as long as you like. Govinda Govinda.
Hare Krishna.
Ashchi.
So thank you for all the English-speaking devotees from around the world. Hope to see you soon here in Brazil. Hare Krishna. Eu vou parar a gravação aqui. Hare Krishna.